I have some bad news for you. This is the last time we'll be meeting.
You don't listen, do you? You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts.
This is The Art of Giving Up, your podcast for giving up bad days, bad ways, unfortunate habits, bad friendships, bad relationships, bad everything. Because sometimes life is too hard and giving up is easy. As always, I'm your host, Steven, and I want to thank you, yes, you, for joining me on this, my journey of self-improvement, of growth, and of, I don't know, tacos or whatever. I promise, this is not another Joker review. There's enough of those out there already. If you go everywhere, anywhere, New York Times, BuzzFeed, Washington Post, your favorite YouTuber, I'm sure, has reviewed the new WB produced, Todd Phillips directed, and Joaquin Phoenix starred Joker and DC inspired. And whether or not you enjoyed the film, whether or not you found it to be just the film that you were looking for, if it's visceral depiction of mental illness and the moderate but extremely realistic violence appalls you, we're not here really to talk about what the movie is. Entertainment-wise. If you like it, you like it. Whatever, 10 out of 10, -2 out of 1 million. Whatever makes you happy, makes you happy. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about kind of what the movie represents. See, because I'm thinking about this movie, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people here have actually watched this before, Natural Born Killers, which is a movie which, you know what, I'm not even going to tell you what it's about. Because it is the wildest, most ridiculous, and make sure you get the unrated cut. It is crazy, okay? It is crazy, and it is much more violent and insane than this movie, okay? But the thing that I'm seeing in the papers, and the television, and on the YouTube videos, is people concerned about the depiction of violence, the depiction of this villain, who, the premise of the movie, if you don't know, if you're not aware, is there's a guy, Arthur Fleck. He is going to be the evil villain of Batman, his real arch nemesis. Okay, and even though the depiction of him in The Dark Knight and on the Batman the Animated Series was by Mark Hamill is awesome and amazing, right? You look, and the character is a mass murdering psychopath. So you take that character, you put him into a much more grounded 1979, and you get this movie, right? And everyone is so concerned because this guy is an incel, you know? That's who Arthur Fleck is. Arthur Fleck is mentally ill. He's older, lives at home with his mother, has trouble with women. He has these issues, and he feels like he's not seen. he feels like he's not seen, and he goes on a murderous rampage, probably. I don't know, you know. And the question, as always, is, should this kind of movie be made? And the answer to that is yes. The answer to that is yes. This is not really a discussion about whether or not movies like this inspire people. Like, if this movie is going to inspire someone to go out and to commit some mad murdering, like, somebody's gonna see this and be like, hey, self, I wonder, should I go to the movie theater and murder some innocent people today? Well, self, I think you should. That is not going to happen, because people who are angry, who are disenfranchised, who are bitter, or they feel disenfranchised, and they want to do harm, those people could be angered. They could be triggered by a tic-tac. Okay? Video games, movies, spicy food, those things are not the things that drive people to go into buildings and shoot and kill people. And I get angry when people are like so upset about media, when the reality is the thing that is depicted in the movie about a man who is mentally ill, and he from the beginning is an insane mentally ill to begin with. He is not really meant to be sympathetic all through, although the kind of reality of his mental illness, right? You could sympathize with the reality of that. The truth is that a person like that who exists, all right, who exists in this world, is not going to be driven over the edge by a movie. Even the character in the movie is not driven over the edge by a movie. He's driven over the edge by physical abuse and physical and tangible. Now, again, not really a movie review, you know, and Lord knows what's actually happening in the movie, but that is the kind of thing in real life that pushes people to madness, is extreme mental illness and the people around them who don't notice it, who do not see it, you know. And I'm definitely not one of those, like, I think we shouldn't be 1984, and we don't need to be out here for Big Brother ratting on our friends and our family. That is not what we need to do. That is not our lives. That is not who or what we should be doing, because we are individuals with passions and thoughts, and, you know, we shouldn't be forced to police each other. But when you look and you see someone, and I'm not even going to say being bullied or marginalized, because even that, like, I am out of my mind. And if I were a villain, if I were the Joker, I would have already been the Joker, with the years and years of abuse by my peers, and the being uprooted, and the being homeless, and people trying to murder me and chase me down, and maybe I am. Why so serious? Maybe I feel it right now. Maybe I feel so angry. And you know, sometimes I do get angry, but I don't go shooting up places. I don't go mad, okay? Because I am a real person, and movies and television aren't the things that push me against a wall. They're not the things that make me feel scared and anxious. It's other people and the kind of world that I live in, and sick people, the Dylan Roofs and the Mandalay Bay shooter guy and the Texas guy and all those people who either have like some weird personal agenda or some weird political agenda or some weird like social agenda, right? You look and they're out of their damn minds to begin with. They're out of their minds from the beginning, and media is not going to change that. Okay? Natural Born Killers is a ridiculous movie. It is so violent. The first scene, alright? I really want you to see this movie, but jeez Louise, oh my lord. And the first scene, they're in a diner, and she's like flirting with the guy, and then they like murder everyone. Or, you know, like Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers and stuff. Infinity War Part 2, the first 5 minutes, they lop off Thanos' head. Okay? Like, spoiler alert, you know, violence in the media is not new, okay? You listen to hip hop and even pop music, and Billie Eilish's Bad Guy is about, now she's 17. She wrote a lot of these songs when she was 15, 16, right? With her brother. Bad Guy is about her, like, having sex with, like, an older guy, and I guess, like, him emotionally manipulating her or some weird thing, you know? And people aren't in outrage, like, well, this is gonna make young women sleep with their friends' dads, because it's not going to, okay? And instead of being angry at media, we should look around us, and we should open our hearts and be more empathetic to the people who are actually in pain. And yes, there are two types of madman who shoots up a school. There's two types. You got your straight crazies and you got your in pains. And the majority of them are straight up crazy. The majority of them, no matter how much they were bullied, no matter how much they feel disenfranchised or whatever, they're just pure insane, and you should have no empathy for them. But there is a percentage of people who are really just hurt. And so they hurt themselves and they hurt others. And you can stop both of those things by keeping your eyes open and being kind to people who you care about, and keeping an eye open for people around you, and just kind of trying to be empathetic. And then also, if you see someone who's out there murdering cats, you don't just go, well, it's not my problem. And then you can be one of those neighbors who's like, well, you know, Jonathan, he was kind of quiet. He's a little strange. I think I saw him hang my neighbor's dog once, but I didn't say nothing because, that'd be weird. Like, come on. No movie is going to do anything like that to anyone. So if you want to go see The Joker, do it. And also, like, media, now this is a little tangent, okay, because I think I made my point already. Ain't nothing wrong with you, okay? There's nothing wrong with nobody who is not going to go to murdering spree, okay? If a movie, listen, I was going to say, if a movie is going to make you go and shoot up a school full of people, it wasn't the movie. It ain't the movie. No one in this earth has ever been sitting there just like, man, I'm a well-adjusted person and everything is fine. Everything is going good. I like my job, love my wife and my kids and my God. I kind of like my guns, but I don't, whoa, that poster over there is crazy. I'm murdering people. No, that's not what happens, right? You know? But I do, so there, that's just, okay? I'm frustrated with it. I was going to go on a tangent, but I forgot. I forgot my tangent because I went on a tangent on my tangent. I think that there's something weird ever since the early 90s and Hillary Clinton with video games, and it was Mortal Kombat. I don't know if you guys remember this, because Mortal Kombat was censored on the Nintendo, uncensored on the Sega Genesis. And it's really interesting because you would look and these politicians were talking about how these violent games, because we all just want to go into a school and throw a spear out of our wrist into our teacher's throat and then uppercut them into a pit of spikes. These violent games are going to cause these kids to go mad. And there are no excuses for the people who go out there shooting Mexicans because they think the Mexicans are taking their jobs. You know? But systemically, you look around you and you see more violence like this because people feel pushed against a wall. And especially when you're not well mentally, when things are not okay with you in your mind, when things are not okay with you, when you're pushed down and you're full of anxiety and stress already, when you're already full of that and you lose your job or there is no job and your wife gets sick and has cancer and you're already angry, you know, you can't get a job. The damn Mexican Carlos took your job, you think, even though it wasn't him, it was a machine. You know, you just look and you just see these things and it pushes you against the wall. And then even if you live a good life and you're just mentally ill and you see others suffer, or you're just out of your mind, you're just crazy, things around you do push you, but it's not really ever a movie or a video game or a song or a combination of that. I think really it's kind of a lack of kindness. And that's why I kind of always go on a tangent about people and how important people are and how much it really matters for us to care about each other. Because it matters. Movies are movies. They're there for entertainment, yes. But remember, there's a real life, and that the impact of a real life is so much more than what any film could do. So I guess I implore you, if you go see Joker and you feel some crazy violent urges, go seek some help, I guess. But I kind of doubt that. I kind of doubt it. Because people are innately kind, I think. I think that no matter what happens with us, no matter how hard things get, inside we are all really just so awesome and full of so much compassion and possibility. That is what we are, and no thing that we see is going to change that. No thing that we hear, that we read, is going to do that to us. And yes, there are a lot of us out here who are neurodivergent. And for some, things can be very difficult, but it's okay because we're here for each other. I'm here for you. So that was my rant for this week. This has been The Art of Giving Up. As always, I'm your host, Steven. And I want to thank you. Please remember, if you want to hear more of my ramblings or of my other podcast that happens every other week, Was That in Good Taste? You could follow both on iTunes, Was That in Good Taste? And this, The Art of Giving Up. Please follow, like, subscribe, stars, 1, 2, 5, whatever. Feedback, please. You can reach me on Twitter at The Art of Giving Up, like DA Art of Giving Up. Art of Giving Up on Facebook. I'm trying to change it, but they won't let me. And Art of Giving Up podcast at gmail.com. Thank you. And as always, I want to leave you with peace.
What if I moved? What if I moved? What's so funny? Freak! Is this a joke to you?